Hello students. I Pallab Darbari welcome you all in my YouTube channel Pallab Darbari Classes. In this video I will discuss Macroeconomics class 12th. The name of the chapter is the National Income Accounting. This is my fifth video on the topic National Income Accounting. In this video I will discuss the meaning of the national income. I will discuss with you the meaning of the normal resident and the domestic territory of the country. From these topics, 1 marks question can be asked. At the maximum 3 marks question can also be asked from these topic. Now let us discuss the meaning of the national income. National income is the sum total of the factor income earned by the normal resident within the domestic territory of the country. So what is the national income? National income is the sum total of the factor income earned by the normal resident within the domestic territory of the country. So it is the sum total, it is the total of all the factor income which is earned by the normal resident within the domestic territory of a country over a period of 1 year. In this particular definition, we have emphasized on 3 points. The first point on which we have put the emphasis is the factor income. Second is normal resident of a country. And the third one is domestic territory. So in this definition, we have seen the emphasis being made on the factor income, normal resident and domestic territory. Let us discuss all these points one by one. Firstly, let us see what is the meaning of the factor income. Let us discuss the factor income first. The question is, what is factor income? Factor income is the income earned by household for rendering factor services. The question is, what factor services the household given? The household gives the services like land to the firm, labor to the firm, capital to the firm and entrepreneurship to the firm. For the land, the firms make the factor payment to him and that is rent. For the labor, the household get wages. For the capital, the household get interest. And for the entrepreneurship, the household get profit. The sum total of all these factor services earned by the normal resident within the domestic territory is called national income. I hope the point is clear. I hope the point is factor income is also clear. What is factor income? Factor income is the income which the household get after rendering factor services like land, labor, capital, entrepreneur, and in consideration of the factor services, the household get rent, wages, interest and profit. The sum total of all the factor income is called or is considered under the national income. I hope the point is clear. Now let us discuss next important thing, that is a normal resident. In the definition we have seen national income is the sum total of the factor income earned by normal resident. The question is, who is the normal resident? Normal resident of a country refers to an individual or the institution. This normal resident might be Ram, Shyam, Mohan, or this normal resident might be partnership firm, might be HUF, who ordinarily resides in the country and whose center of interest whose center of interest lies in the country. The question is, what is the center of interest? For the center of interest, two important things are there. The first thing is, for the center of interest is that if it is the individual, that very person should live in the domestic territory of the country. And if this normal resident is a partnership firm or the HUF, then it should be located in the country. That is one important thing for the center interest. And the another important thing for the center interest is the resident should carry out the basic economic activities within the country. When I say basic economic activities in the country, what it means? It means I am talking about production, consumption and distribution. These three activities should be carried out in the country. So for the normal resident, what is normal resident? Normal resident might be an individual or the institution who resides in the country and whose center of interest lies in the country. For the center of interest, two important things are there. One is, if it is an individual, he should live in the country, or if it is the organization, then it should be located in the country. Second important thing is, that very person should carry out the economic activities, basic economic activities within the country. When I say carried out the basic economic activities, I am talking about the production, consumption and distribution should be carried out within the country. I hope the point is clear for the normal resident. Always remember that the following are not included under the category of normal resident. Who are not included under the category of normal resident? Let us see. Always remember the foreign tourist and the visitors never comes under the category of normal resident. The question is, why the foreign tourist and the visitors are not coming under the category? Because they are not living in India. They have come to India for the visit purpose. When the purpose is over, they will return to their own hometown. So they are not the normal resident, because the center of interest is not there. The second is foreign staff of embassies, officials, member of armed forces. They are also not the normal resident. Why? Because they are not living in country and their center of interest is not lying in India. So they are also not the normal resident of India. The third is international organization like UNO, WHO, etc. Because they are not located in India. If they are located in India, definitely they are the normal resident. Next is employees of the international organization. They are also not the normal resident. Why? Because they are not living in India. Crew members of the foreign vessels, commercial travelers, they are not the Indian resident. Why? Because they are not the Indian citizen. They have come here for the trade purpose only. When the purpose is over, they will return to their hometown. So they are also not the normal resident. So at the time of counting the normal resident, always consider that these 5 persons are never comes under the category of normal resident. I hope the point is clear. Now identify whether the following are the normal resident or not. Always remember, such type of questions can be asked in 3 marks. We have to identify whether the person is a normal resident or not a normal resident. Let us see how much we know. The first is Indian officers working in Indian Embassy, USA. Is he a Indian normal resident or not a normal resident? Answer is, he is a normal resident. Why? Because Indian Embassy is USA is under the domestic territory of India. Secondly, the Indian official is an Indian citizen. So Indian officer working in Indian Embassy USA is a normal resident. The reason is because Indian Embassy USA is a domestic territory of India. When I say domestic territory of India, we can say that because Indian Embassy USA is controlled by the Indian government. Since the Indian Embassy USA is controlled by the Indian government, so it comes under the geographical boundary of India, and the Indian official working in the Indian Embassy is a person living in India only. The next is, let us see, a Japanese tourist who stay in India for 2 months. Is he a normal resident or not a normal resident? Answer is definitely he is not a normal resident. Why? Because he is not living in India. He is not an Indian citizen. When the purpose is over, he will return to his hometown. So he is not a normal resident. The third, Indians going to Australia for watching cricket match. He is also a normal resident. He is a normal resident. Why? Because when the match is over, he will return to his hometown. If the Indian citizen has gone to Australia for permanent settlement, then definitely he is not a normal resident. But since he has gone there to watch the match, once the match will be over, he will return to the hometown India. So he is a normal resident. Third is Indian employees working in WHO located in India. Indian citizen. Why? Because the Indian employee is working in India and the WHO building, WHO office is located in India. So it's a normal resident. Now let us discuss a very important topic, that is a domestic territory. The question is, what is domestic territory? In a layman language, domestic territory is a political frontier of a country, including airways and the water territories. So when we are talking about the domestic territory, in layman terms, it is the political frontier of the country. But in economics, the domestic territory is used in much wider sense. It consists of ships, aircrafts, etc., operated by the resident of a country between different countries of the world. It also comes under the domestic territory. Second is fishing vessels, oil, natural gas rigs operated by the resident in the international water are also comes under the domestic territory. The question is why the ships, aircraft, etc., operated by the resident of a country between different countries and the fishing vessels comes under the domestic territory. Why? The reason is because it is being controlled by the Indian government. Any area which comes under the control of the Indian government, where the Indian government can frame or implement its rules and regulations, that very area comes under the domestic territory. In a very simple word, domestic territory means the geographical area. Geographical area is that area which comes under the control of the Indian government. So any area which comes under the control of the Indian government is called the geographical area, and geographical area is called the domestic territory. Clear? Try to explain it, try to understand it with the example. The first is Indian Embassy in Japan. It is a domestic territory of India. Why? Because here the Indian government rules and regulation will be applicable. Second is Office of Reliance Industries in New York. It is not the domestic territory of India. Why? Because here the Indian rules and regulations is not followed, whereas the Americans rules and regulation will be followed. So it is not a domestic territory of India. The next is Microsoft office in India. It is the domestic territory of India. Why? Because here India's Indian government rules and regulation will be applicable. So it is a domestic territory of India. The next is an Indian company in London, not a domestic territory. Why? Because here London's rules and regulation will be applicable, not the Indian government's rules and regulation will be applicable. I hope the point is clear to everyone. Dear viewers, that's all I have in this video. If you like the video, please spread the video as much as you can. Dear subscribers, we made these videos with great hard work. Don't become miser. At least you can press the like button. During this pandemic time period, there is an appeal. Stay home, stay safe, and above all, don't forget to wear mask. Om Shanti.